Right now I am with one and only Chaswa Beats, Chas Beats. Today we decided to go out and get a few tools. This doesn't make sense right now, but it will later on. Basically went to get a few tools because we're going to add a little bit more to the desk that I started. Consider this like phase 1 desk part 2, but we're going to modify it a little. Hopefully it works out because the materials that we're using are pretty like weak. They're from IKEA, so it's not like not grade A stuff, but hey, we're living on a budget, so we got to make do with what we can. Essentially what we're trying to do is to make put a backboard basically, because I can't mount anything to the wall because I don't own the place. I'm gonna put a backboard, and then from that backboard we're gonna mount a monitor on there, hopefully, that I get in the meantime down the road somewhere. And that's how we're gonna start the Daily Productions company, all from a bedroom and IKEA tables. That's it. Alright, so we're back home, back in the studio. Chaz is just outside. We are gonna set this up and try and essentially mount that small thing right where that is, so that it's got like this little panel thing there. And then that's what we're gonna set up. That's where we're gonna put our monitor and everything. It doesn't look really even because this is a bloody long ass desk, but I didn't want to get the really long ass desk because it might add too much weight to it. So keep it centered, see how we go. Okay, so I've put it on its side. So tools that I bought, got myself a little one of these bad boys, 3 of these, just to kind of mount it in place, each part. Oh shit, I got a bunch of screws, just kind of keep it mounted for the time being with that. I got this screw kit that I bought from also IKEA a while back. Well, Fuentes Productions is going to be helping us out here, but I'm trying to find my tripod. Alright, now IKEA being IKEA, these are cheap materials. Now I've looked everywhere on YouTube to try and figure out how I'm going to be able to like do this. I don't know if there was any tutorials or anything like that out there, but unfortunately not. No one has ever tried this before, no one's ever made a video about it before, so I'm about to do it now. What I've done is I've measured out 50 centimeters, because this table here is the Linman table top. It's about 200 centimeters long, and I've measured out 50 on either side, therefore leaving me 100 in the center, which is the same as what the other tabletop is about. So I'm gonna start marking it all out and then we'll see how we go with, I guess, mounting everything in place. Yeah, so it's gonna go in, but cheap whiteboard where my monitor will go in the future. So juicy, so juicy. This is probably going to be my worst or my best idea. I'm either going to become a failure, or a success. But it's a $20 tabletop, so if anything goes wrong, I can just replace it. All good. And if I can do it with a $20 one, then imagine what I could do with like a $200 one. Alrighty, so I've just gone and finished marking these in. I've got 3 of these screws. I think they're about 25mm screws. They're small, probably not gonna hold too much, but we're gonna give it a try. These are bloody heavy on their own, so hopefully it works. But essentially, this is gonna be the back, that's the front, because we're gonna keep it clean. And this is gonna go on pretty much like that. Well, no, yeah, but imagine it like upside down. And that's essentially what's gonna hold it in place. Okay, so upon testing it out by just holding it, I have found a slight little problem, and that is this thing is like curved, but this isn't. So when I put this on, see the dilemma, rocks back and forth. Little problem for now, but hopefully it's enough to keep it sturdy, and then over time I will reinforce it and put something in between or make this better. Now to the drilling. Something that I saw online was kind of like putting tape where you're about to drill. I don't know how that's going to work, but we're going to try and reinforce it best we can. Apparently it's to avoid it cracking or something like that. I hope it works. I think you're supposed to use like masking tape though, but whatever, we can't afford it. Let's do it. So, now these are weirdly shaped, so this part's longer than this one. So what I've done is I've put the short end on the part that's going to be under the table. Yes, so in the center this one's going to be under the table. This long one on the edges though, however, is going to be the one that's under the table. So it's going to kind of be like this shape, kind of like that on either side. I tried that configuration because I don't really want all of them to be just on the one level, otherwise it's going to cause a lot of problems and it could fall apart. And the reason why I'm doing all of this is because I don't own a house, and with that it means I cannot drill into the wall and mount a monitor onto it. So I'm going to custom mount a monitor to this in all its beauty. Look at it. So perf. Alright, so that's all going through. Chaz is still holding it. We're gonna look at flipping this as a whole, just in case this whole thing just buckles and everything falls apart. Fuck that. So I'll grab one side and then you grab the other side. And we're just gonna flip it over. And that's it. It's not too bad. I mean, when we let go of it, we felt the weight go back a little bit, but I reckon that can easily be fixed if we put some more support here in the bottom. But that's probably for a later date. Too poor, can't afford any of that shit right now. But for now, it looks pretty solid. Sweet. So I guess, as you can see, with all of that, that's all nice and new. We're gonna set that up. I'm gonna do a little montage when I'm done, and we're gonna continue working on this setup. This is part 2. We'll see you in the next video.